Easy guys, Dom here from Cringy Dad Gaming. So in this video I'm going to show you how to farm, and this is for you guys that are new to the game and you're just starting out in it. Growing your own plants has a number of benefits to be used in cooking recipes and also crafting recipes. So when you're out there gathering trees and wood and grass, you'll notice seeds appearing in your inventory, and these can be planted in a crude planter which you can actually craft yourself once you get to level 16. So in the crafting recipes under workbench and tools, over on the right hand side here is cultivation. So once you reach level 16 you'll be able to unlock this, and this gives you then the ability to be able to craft a hoe, a crude planter, a barrel that you'll need to collect water to be able to water your plants, to be able to make compost, and these are all the items you're going to need to be able to grow your own plants. Now you are going to be able to use some of the farmland that you'll come across throughout the map. These are usually shown on your actual main map as farmland once you found them, and these are going to be utilised at a later date for growing larger crops. But once you've got the crude planter unlocked and you've got the materials to be able to craft it, you just have to right click on it and then choose to craft as many as you want. And once you've done that, you'll be able to place them down and start planting. Now do be aware that you can only plant certain seeds in these crude planters, and that's the low quality variants of seeds, which will say low quality in their description. Anything that's better than low quality will have to be planted in those larger farmland areas as I've mentioned. So the great thing about the crude planters, once you've actually crafted one, is they'll come ready to go straight away. Notice here when you look at it, it shows you that there's 2000 water in it, a soil porosity of 100%, and it's full of manure and fertilizer ready for you to plant. So all you have to do now is drag and drop your seeds that are in your inventory into your hotbar to assign them to a keyboard number, and by pressing that keyboard number will allow you to plant them. Now you can plant up to 4 seeds in each of these crude planters by clicking on your mouse button when you want to place them. Once they're in there, it is just a matter of being patient and waiting for them to grow, and this can take some time, so it is best just to go off and do something else until they're ready for you to reap. Something we can discuss why our plants are growing here is you will need to maintain them. Maybe not in the first batch, but once you've used that crude planter once, it's going to have depleted some of the resources within the soil that you're going to need to be able to grow more plants. So the first thing you'll want to do is make sure you've crafted some wooden barrels so you can go off to a nearby river and fill them up with water to be able to water that crude planter. Again, drag and drop your wooden barrel to your hotbar to assign it to a number key, and then once you're in the water you just got to press the number key on your keyboard the number of times that you have barrels to be able to fill them all with water. You'll notice now in our inventory we've got barrels showing as full with water. Now once you get back to your camp and you want to water your crude planters, you just need to drag and drop that water that you've got there into your hotbar again, and then just press the number key on your keyboard to be able to water. What you will notice once you can get the little pop-up there to show you the stats of your crude planter, you notice now that I'm watering it, the water is going up. So I tend to find that these crude planters probably use about 1500 water per batch. But you'll also want to keep an eye on the fertilizer as well. So you can craft the fertilizer with putrid meat, which will just be created from food that you've cooked going off, and also wood ash, which you will get from cooking in general from your fire, and also from using things like your smelter where you smelt down ores. Using this compost is exactly the same as before, putting it into your hotbar, and then once you stood over the planter you want to fertilise, you just got to press the number on your keyboard to be able to fertilise it. But do take note that you'll notice on the left hand side of the tips that we're getting on the screen here that there's already like almost 700 fertiliser in the green manure, organic fertiliser and ash fertiliser. But what we're doing now is we're building up like a bank of fertiliser on the right hand side, which is called unspent fertiliser. So what this means is as soon as that fertilizer on the left hand side starts running low, it's going to take from that bank of unspent fertilizer, so it just keeps it topped up, so to speak. But to be honest with you, the amount of fertilizers that are in these crude planters will last you for some time. The only other tip I can give you here at this point is once your plants have finished growing and you pick them, So when you approach, you'll get an option to be able to pick up the plants. I haven't got a clip to show you, unfortunately, because mine is still growing. But what you will find then is that your soil porosity will have gone down to 0% in most cases from 100%. And it means you can't grow anything in there. So this is where the stone hoe comes into play. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to use the stone hoe on the soil to get the soil porosity back up. And that soil porosity, as long as it's past a certain point, will allow you to grow seeds. And seeds usually tell you what soil porosity percentage they actually need to be able to grow, and it's usually around 30% for the low quality seeds. But I'd just say just get that soil porosity back up to 100% just to be safe. So if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Watch this space for more Myth of Empires, and I'll catch you guys on another video. Thanks for watching.